What's the first thing that comes to mind when you hear the name Anakin Skywalker? The Chosen One? A legendary Jedi General? Or maybe Darth Vader, the galaxy's most feared villain? Well, you'd be wrong, because what you should be thinking about is how unbelievably cool he is. Anakin's entire vibe is the rule of cool. He's a fearless, reckless, and a total powerhouse, and he doesn't care what anyone thinks. No joke, Anakin has always been my favourite Star Wars character. The first time I saw him was in the Clone Wars, and from the moment he stepped on screen, I was hooked. Every episode he appeared in, I was all in. Eventually I got around to watching the movies, and sure, his portrayal was a bit different from the show, but I still really liked him. My mum was actually the one who introduced me to Star Wars. She started me with episodes 4 and 5, A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. So I had no idea. So when I found out Vader had killed Anakin, I was furious and I wanted Luke to just destroy him. I wanted to kill him. But then came the twist that Vader was actually Anakin, and my mind was completely blown. We watched the rest of the saga, and by the time we finished Return of the Jedi, Anakin's was hands down my favourite character. I was about 9 at the time, so I didn't fully understand why I liked him so much. But as I grew older, I started to see the tragedy, the complexity, and the raw emotion in this story. And that's what I want to talk about today, about why Anakin is the best fallen hero of all time. Also, I'm going to have some Force Unleashed gameplay in the background. I haven't played this for years, and I played the Wii version, so yeah, this is a whole new experience for me, so yeah, enjoy the background. So what makes Anakin's character so special? Well, beyond just being a 6'2" clanker slaying machine with crazy force powers, is the archetype he follows, the fallen hero. A fallen hero is someone who begins their journey as a noble figure, brave, kind, or idealistic, but gradually loses their way due to a fatal flaw. It could be pride, fear, anger, or obsession. They don't turn evil overnight, it's a slow, tragic descent, and that's what makes them so compelling. You remember who they used to be, which makes watching their fall all the more heartbreaking. Think of Harvey Dent, Paul Atreides, or even Lucifer. These are great examples of what the fallen angel are like. But no one fits this archetype quite as well as Anakin Skywalker. And to understand why, we need to go back. Anakin was born a slave on the harsh desert world of Tatooine, yet he possessed an incredibly rare and powerful connection to the Force. Jedi Master Qui-Gon Jinn believed he was the Chosen One, destined to bring balance to the Force. After Qui-Gon's death, Anakin became the Padawan of Obi-Wan Kenobi, his mentor, his brother. During the Clone Wars, Anakin became a fearless general. He led daring missions, took on separatist leaders like Count Dooku and General Grievous, and rescued fellow Jedi like Even Pell, I don't even fucking say his name, alongside his trusted Padawan Ahsoka and his loyal clone troopers. He became a symbol of hope and power for the Republic. But under the surface, Anakin was fighting a war within himself. He was terrified of loss. Losing his mother devastated him. The thought of losing Padme, especially with a child on the way, was unbearable. These fears made him desperate for control, and that desperation grew into obsession. You guys starting to follow where I'm going now? He became more impulsive, more angry. The Jedi Council didn't trust him, and he didn't trust them. He clung to the people he loved in secret, breaking Jedi code, isolating himself from the very order he was supposed to serve. And of course, when Darth Vader stepped in, offering him the power to save Padme, Anakin's fear blinded him, and thus Anakin sold his soul. And then came Order 66. This was the moment everything changed. Anakin, once the Republic's greatest warrior, now became its deadliest enemy. Under the new name Darth Vader, he led a massacre across the Jedi Temple, killing masters, former friends, and even younglings. These were acts of horror. Anakin should be hated. But here's the thing, many of us don't hate him. We feel for him. We understand that he wasn't acting in a pure evil. He was just trying to protect what little he had left. His fall is tragic, not because he's evil, but because we see how broken he is, and we still believe he can come back. I mean, when I watched Revenge of the Sith for the first time, when Anakin did all the dark things he was doing on Mustafar, you could see the remorse in his eyes when he's crying. And when Padme comes and talks to him, you can see how happy he is, and they're talking, and they're weighing up on what's happening, and it's like you can feel Anakin. If things went differently, he could have been pulled back immediately there. And it almost felt like he was going in that way. But just when Padme almost reaches him, Obi-Wan arrives. He force chokes his pregnant wife, the very person he was trying to save. And then comes the duel. Master versus apprentice, brother versus brother. Their battle on Mustafar is the most emotionally charged duel in Star Wars history. It ends with the gut-wrenching "You were my brother" scene.
You were the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy the Sith, not join them! You were my brother, Anakin!
And as he screams, "You were my brother, Anakin," we realize that the man we once knew burns away, both literally and symbiotically. Anakin's body is destroyed, and what remains is rebuilt into Darth Vader, a machine of pain, anger, fear, and failure. But here's the thing, right? His story doesn't end there. His arc does not end there. Because Anakin's children survive. Leia, and most importantly, Luke. Luke's journey mirrors Anakin's in so many ways. A lonely farmer boy on the same desert world, longing for purpose. He's pulled into a rebellion, tempted by the dark side, loses his hand in the duel with Vader. The parallels are all there. Except, well, Luke loses just his hand, whereas Anakin loses like his entire right hand. I don't know. I'll look at the clip later on. Anakin definitely got the short end of the stick when it came to losing his hand, but yeah. And while it does seem like Luke's gonna follow the exact same path of his father Anakin, Luke chooses a different path. He doesn't give in to fear. He doesn't strike down Vader. Instead, he chooses compassion, love, and hope. And in that moment, at the very edge of darkness, he shows Vader what a true Jedi is. That breaks through. It brings Anakin back. He rises, destroys the Emperor, and saves his son. Prophecy is fulfilled. The Chosen One returns, bringing not only the galaxy peace, but fulfilling Anakin's story arc. What really surprises me though is that despite everything Disney has done with Star Wars, all the cameos, legacy returns, and spin-offs, and all the other stuff, Anakin and Luke have only ever shared like one on-screen interaction, just like one, and that's wild to me. These two are the heart of the saga. I mean, they're like the main characters of two trilogies, and with both Hayden Christensen and Mark Hamill back doing multiple Star Wars projects, it feels like a huge missed opportunity, especially with all the de-aging and stuff. Like, I don't know why they haven't done it yet. And no, I don't count the sequel trilogy fan fiction, but that's a video for another day. I've been rewatching older Star Wars films lately, and this whole arc really stuck with me. I just had to make a video about it, so if you enjoyed this breakdown, maybe consider dropping a like, leaving a comment, or even subscribing. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, may the Force be with you. See ya.